feel today? Ask yourself this question.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We ready! We ready! We ready! We ready! And don't do that! And don't do that!
When I step on the field, I send one message. And this is what it feels like. This is what it feels like.
Football is getting hit. That's it.
It's gonna be football now! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's hunt now! Let's hunt now! Let's go! Let's hunt! We ready! And don't do that! And don't do that!
We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this, how like we the Miami Heat of football. Yap, 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 yap. The bottom line is you got to buckle up your chin strap. It's embarrassing. Yap, 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 yap. Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from them. He's a man. They can be hit just like us. He's a man. You ought to make the big money. He's a man. Don't cry when you step on the field, man. That's war out there. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like.
Oh, my bad, my bad. Your bad don't work in my world.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! We ready! And don't do that! And don't do that! It's a wrap. Game over.
Game's not over, it's just getting started right here on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on ROKU TV, courtesy of BS3 TV. And what happened to my thing? I put something on here and it ain't on there. Hold on, let me do it right. Got my stuff wrong. That was my fault. I don't think Oh, yeah, it's there. It's there. Okay. All right, so anyway, hey, it's Talking Team Tuesday, and you know we got plenty to talk about. March Madness is rolling on the men and the women's side, and I got to get in it because, man, if you are a Kentucky fan, I mean Kentucky men's basketball, I need to hear from you. What is going on? What do we say about John Calipari? I mean, seriously, what do you say? Keep him and keep doing what you've been doing, or is it time to move around so you can go farther in the big dance than you have gone under his leadership? Because it has not been far. It's been thank you for coming. It's been, hey, thank you for coming, but I ain't going to hold you long, says Liz Taylor to her husbands. So, yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know. Kentucky fans, where are y'all? What are y'all saying? Erica with a K, forget Kentucky. Keith Hennick, hey, AJ. Hey, Erica. You know what? A lot of people will forget Kentucky because they are not relevant in this or last season's or the season before that March Madness tournament. So I want to take a look at the current standings in the brackets. I want to take a look at the current standings in the lunch break weekly, keeping up with the Joneses bracket challenge. It's a lot happening. It is a lot happening. So we'll take a look at all of that. In fact, let's do that. Let's go ahead and let me share my screen and go over to the brackets real quick. Let me take Erica down. Bum, 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 bum. Hold on a second. What happened? Here it is right here. I think that's it right there. Let me see. Yeah, this is the one I want. Let's share it. Bang. Okay, here we go. Right now, you got Christina Harden. I told CJ Harden, I said, your wife is probably going to win it all. He said, oh, yeah, she wants to participate this year. I said, she's probably going to win it all. And right now, she is number one by herself. Christina Harden with 49 points, got UConn winning it all. She's still there. Hey, Ahmad is in second place on two of his brackets. Ahmad got U of H in one. Purdue, who looks like a giant killer, no pun intended, again, got him at number two. Miss Pearl got a bracket at number two with Purdue winning it all. Then we get into everybody else. CJ, CJ Wright is at number 5, along with Preston Love, Delano Burton. CJ got another bracket at number 8. Then you got Alexis, myself. Look at me. I'm telling y'all now. I told somebody, I said, if I win this doggone bracket, I can't win the money. I can't win the money. But if I win the doggone bracket, y'all are not going to hear the end of it. I will be insufferable for 365, maybe 366. I might take it a day over. But if I win that bracket, I'm telling you now, you ain't going to want to mess with me. So y'all look out because I'm coming. So the Andre Jones 7578F is my son. He's at number 9 because great minds think alike. Chi-Town tied at number 9, along with CJ's other bracket. Stephanie Bisco comes in at number 9 with U of H. Wow, didn't U of H have to come back in overtime to win that thing, man. And they had 4 starters foul out. How about that? Amber is tied for 9. Erica Cross, she comes in at number 9, way behind me. Way behind me, Erica. Erica, you're way behind me. Yeah, I'm rubbing that in. Stephanie Bisco again at number 9. You got Troy Noop, my frat brother. He's got 2 number 9 brackets. Courtney Harden is trailing his wife by a lot. She's in 1st. He's in 9th. That should tell you who you need to listen to sports-wise in the family. He's got a show. She does not. Big Mike Riggins, Milo again, Emmanuel, Stephanie Bisco's other bracket, or number 3 bracket. They're all down there at number 21. Sheridan Cross was at number 1 for most of the weekend. And then Hades started breaking loose for her. She dropped down from number 1 down to number 21. That's how quickly it can change. You can see the number 28s down there. Milo, number 3. Renee Mahaffey, number 2. All Mad at 30. Stephanie Love down there at 30. Sheridan Cross, number 3 at 30. Alexis at 30. Emmanuel, number 2 at 30. Keith Folks at number 30. Erica Cross, again, way down there at 30. And those people that they have winning the championship are out, so they ain't going no higher than that. Big Mike down there. Sheridan Cross, 2 down there. Troy Noop down there. Peyton Nickerson is down there at 37, although he's got U of H winning it all. Jameis Jeter, the man who won it all last year, got some work to do. He's got some work to do. So as you see, it's a lot happening down there. Willie Gibson way down there at 45 with North Carolina. My son down there at 45 with Kentucky. Mr. Phi down there at 45. And then how did I get to be dead? Oh, there's more behind that. I got a bracket down there at 50. Let me go over to some more. Delano, Tamika Dixon. Tamika Dixon, how you down there at number 50? Well, I'm down there too, so I guess I can't really complain. But anyway, I want to get down to the very last of the. Look at number 64. Look at number 64. Erica Cross, number 2, is dog dead last. Dog dead last with 21 points, had Kentucky, and she is dog dead. That's how Mizzou do it. If there's a last place, they're going to find it. If there is a last place, the Mizzou folks, how I go, M-I-Z-Z-O-U. Yeah, all of that. Last, dead dog last. So anyway, that's the bracket. Now, real quick. I want to show something real quick. See all these brackets right here that say do not use, do not use, do not use. Those were on there forever. So let me just say, no, not that one. Let me go to another one. There's a bracket that I have out. Stop. I don't want all that. Forget the pop-ups. Nope, not that one. I can't find it. I got to find it. I think it's here. Let me see if this is it. Get away. Yeah, people like this Carlton Berry, I don't know how you got on there, but guess what? That doesn't count. Like, I don't care if you win it all on there. You cannot be included with everybody else in the brackets. I'm sorry, I don't know where y'all got these from. Like this one right here is full of folks. Johnny Cole, Coach Johnny Cole, Roma, Drake Lewis, Johnny Cole, Ben Sutter the third. Where'd y'all get that bracket from? Like I had no access to that bracket. So you all cannot even count in the totals. I'm not adding those totals over into everybody else's. I sent out specific instructions, and I apologize for y'all getting it confused. I don't know how y'all got to those brackets, but those do not count. So anyway, I just want to let you know you will not be winning any money on those brackets. So anyway, let me get to a couple of comments, and then I'm about to go. Donna Coleman said, volume, I can't hear you. Can you hear me now? Keith Hennig said, how about them horns? Wow. Yeah, man, they lost to a very good Tennessee team. There is a kid for Kentucky, Texas, number 30. I don't like him. He has been in several major plays where they were flagrant fouls, and not just in the tournament, but in games before that, in the Big 12 tournament. I mean, I don't like him. And he ended up playing quality minutes down the stretch. And number 30, I don't know who he is, but the dude is just a dirty player. And Keith, y'all got to root that out of the program. I don't know whose kid he is. I'm sure his dad donated money to the university. But anyway, bruh, got to get him out. But yeah, I think UT going to be back in the future. All right. Erica said, hey, Keith. Keith said, hi, Donna. Erica said, don't look at mine. We found it. It was down at the bottom, dead last. All right. Hi, Donna with a D. Hey, Miss Erica with a K. My Shishi is mad about it, too, dropping from number 1 down to number 20. I mean, Sheridan, I don't think she's done yet, but that's a huge fall. Where's your second one, sir? It don't matter. I'm like right up there near the top, nowhere near you. I'm like, look up. There you go. You see me. And then LMAO, bye. Where you going? Oh, my bad. To the bottom. We'll be back after this on the lunch break. It's Talk Your Team Tuesday, and you see I'm ready for it on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on ROKU TV, courtesy of BS3 TV. Bye, Erica, at the bottom.
This is a BS3 network presentation. Politics.
They'll write the law, but they'll enforce it differently. Is that going to apply both ways?
Religion.
God never said that we can't reason together. Matter of fact, he said, let us sit and reason together.
Relationship.
I believe that everybody wants and needs somebody.
From a man's perspective.
They say, girls, if I put some polish on that and get him to buy some different clothes, girl, he could be a winner chicken dinner.
Join the thought engineer.
There's nothing wrong with me developing my piece and you developing your piece, but understand the goal is to come together.
And comedian John Yogi.
Negro, I don't need you putting on no chapstick up there in the pulpit. You do that over there in your chair.
Get ready for
Talk Monday. Woo!
Live every Monday at 7 p.m. Central.
Hi, I'm Laura Williams coming to you from Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands. Here we've got tons of inventory here at Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands, ranging from XT4s to XT6 and from CT4 to CT6. We've got tons of certified pre-owned inventory here. Come see us here at Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands. You can contact Laura Williams at 281-224-3666.
Course, Steph Curry, Tim Anderson, Yordan Alvarez,
And it's caught! Debo Samuel with the catch!
Michael Jordan can sense it.
The Fro just got the king.
BS3 Network.
The hottest of hot takes. The coldest of cold hard facts. This is Snowman in the Morning with Gold Johnson. Weekdays at 8 a.m. Eastern. Check your local listings for your viewing and listening pleasure.
Hey, my name is Danny Wilson, and I won $500 on the lunch break with AJ Jones.
My name is Dennis won $500 on the lunch money for keeping up with the Jonas Bracket Challenge.
All right, y'all. We back here on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3 TV. Sorry about blinking in there in the middle of that. I'm having some pilot error over here. I'm too busy at laughing at somebody who's down there in the bottom. Let's see. Keith Hennig, I agree on Brock Cunningham, BM. Okay. All right. And oh man. Now I don't know if I agree with you on this one. Don't like the women's bracket where the high-ranked teams have home court advantage. Why they would do it like that? Because the committee, the NCAA committee for the women's side doesn't have the same kind of pull as on the men's side. You know what they could easily do? Easily. Is they could put both tournaments in the same place and just play the women's games on the off days of the men's games and vice versa. They could do that. And I'm telling you, it would be hella great because I don't like the home court advantage either. We saw Queen Jesus last night. That's what I call Caitlin Clark. I know that she parted the Red Sea. I know that she walks on water. I know she heals the sick and raises the dead, all while scoring threes from all over the world. And if you think that's shade, it's not shade at her because I love her. It's just her fans, some of her fans I don't. And y'all know who y'all are. And it's not a race thing. It is not. I promise you it's not. If you green and you behave like some of the Caitlin Clark fans, I promise you I don't like you either. So, yeah, for her to have home court advantage it's tough, man. That's dirty work. For LSU to have home court advantage, for South Carolina to have home court advantage is dirty work. I get why they do it. It's kind of like the NIT. They can't afford to, do the regions and all that like they do for the March Madness tournament. So you do it in certain areas where the major teams have home court advantage. I don't like it, but that's why they do it. So anyway, let's get to the current standings, some scores for on the men's side. Let's get over here in the East. Of course, UConn took Stetson out in the first round. Got Northwestern. I thought Northwestern was going to play a lot better after the way they beat Florida Atlantic. But they didn't. They got up against UConn and they got dog walked. So now you got UConn taking on the team that they met in the Final Four, or was it the championship game? They got San Diego State in that one. And man, I wouldn't be mad if San Diego State got some get back from what happened with them against UConn last season. But San Diego State got by UAB by 4, then beat Yale by almost 30. And here we go. You got number 1 UConn versus San Diego State. And just so you can see what the experts think about that game, San Diego State, in the minds of the expert, only have a 5% chance of winning that game. But that's why they play the games. That's why. They are 3-0 versus top 25 teams, while UConn is 7-2. Strength of schedule. Look at that. San Diego State ain't new to this. They are true to this, but UConn is a beast, so I will see. We'll see. All right, while we're at it, let's just go over to the South. U of H got by Longwood. Good game. Longwood had some players doing some things. They lost by 40. Nebraska got beat by Texas A&M. Wisconsin got sent home by James Madison. I told y'all one of those 12s over the 5s was going to happen, and James Madison pulled it off. And then Duke got by University. Let me see who that was. Yeah, I'm just telling y'all. Vermont. They got by Vermont. All right, so I'm not sharing my screen, and y'all are not seeing what I'm talking about. Let me share my screen so y'all can see where I'm at. There we go. Share this right here. Okay, y'all see what I'm saying? So yeah, Duke beat Vermont. All right, so now U of H in a tough one. Got by A&M in overtime, 195 after 4 starters for U of H fouled out. And here we go. Now you got number 1 U of H versus Duke after Duke dog walk James Madison 93-55. All the rumors of Duke's demise have been greatly overstated. All right, so again, that's going to be a good one. Number 1 U of H versus number 4 Duke, and we'll see where we go from there. All right, so now let's go down a little bit further into those brackets. You got Duquesne beating BYU an 11-6, but then Illinois took Duquesne out, and now you got Illinois versus a very good Iowa State team. Iowa State is who we thought they were after winning the Big 12 tournament over U of H by about 30. They walked through San Diego, South Dakota State. Then they beat Washington State, and now they've got Illinois. That's going to be a very good matchup. Okay, over on the other side, Texas Tech lost to NC State. NC State beat Oakland. Very game Oakland team. And now you've got Marquette and NC State. Oakland was the 14 seed that took out number 3, Kentucky, 80-76. And that wasn't a fluke. You see how Oakland played against NC State. Oakland did what they had to do in that Kentucky game. Florida lost to Colorado. Marquette beat Western Kentucky. Marquette then held on to beat Colorado, and now they will take on a very good NC State team in that one for a chance to meet the winner of Duke and U of H. The winner of Illinois and Iowa State will meet the winner of UConn and San Diego State. So that's how that goes. All right. Let me go down to the West and the Midwest. North Carolina balling like I thought they would. I was the one that picked North Carolina for being that 4th number 1 seed. They have not disappointed, beating Wagner by a bunch, then beating Michigan State by almost 20, and now they've got an ugly Alabama team. Yeah, I said it, an ugly Alabama team. Let's see. Man, I thought these were going to be the guys. Right here. I thought they were going to be the guys. They could not get past Alabama, losing 72-61. So now we got North Carolina and Bama. On the other side, Purdue. No, they're not following the Kentucky way of doing things. They lost in the first round last year, not this year. They got by Grambling by 28. Who would have thought Grambling would have played Purdue better than Utah State, a number 8 seed? That's why you got to stop automatically putting the SWAC schools down at the number 16 and the play-in. Some of those SWAC schools can play. They played them better than Utah State, who was a number 8 seed. Beat TCU. Then they got dog walked against Purdue, 106-67. Gonzaga making a move from the number 5 seed. Maybe that's where they needed to be. Maybe they didn't need to be a number 1 seed, but Gonzaga getting by McNeese, 86-65, then beating Kansas. And Bill Self is an embarrassment. His comments after the game, oh, we're already looking forward to next season. You're an embarrassment. You should have been suspended. Should have been out of coaching for at least 5 years. But here you are. And I'm glad you got dog walked by the Zags. So now you got Purdue and Gonzaga. Hey, Gonzaga's got nothing to lose. We'll see if they can go all out against Purdue. All right, down at the bottom of that bracket, you've got Oregon beating South Carolina. Then Creighton beating Oregon 86-73. It's going to be a very good matchup with Creighton and Tennessee. Texas came up a little bit short in that Tennessee game, losing 62-58. Longhorns got nothing to hang their heads over. They played well. Clemson beating New Mexico, then beating Baylor, a very good Baylor team, 72-64. So now the team that I've got as a surprise team to possibly knock off a number 1 is Arizona. Arizona is a team that I have that could possibly knock off a number 1, but they got to get by Clemson first to do that. So there you go. Those are the brackets so far. All right, let me get to some of your comments. Keith, I knew you were going to say that. Keith loves to just talk about the NFL. That's all. That's all. Keith, I miss the NFL. I got something to say about a couple of NFL teams after the break, Keith. How about that? I'll do that just for you. It's Talk Your Team Tuesday, so talk your team. I think y'all got a bad quarterback. I'm glad y'all got Michael Evans back. And other than that, we'll talk a little bit more. Ahmed said, do you think the referee is controlling the game? The referees are controlling the game. I don't. I do think in the in the Purdue Grambling game, that twofold. I think the refs were very loose with the whistle when it came to the big man, Edey. I think every time he got touched, it was a foul. And if they had only did Shaq like that when he was the big man back at LSU, Shaq would have played 4 years in college. But Edey is getting the benefit of the doubt with the whistle that other big men did not get in the tournament. I'll say that. And here's the one thing I say, and this is not a slight. The head coach of Grambling did not work the referees enough for my taste. He should have been in their ears and in their faces telling them, I want the same call on the opposite end of the court that you just gave them right there. And he didn't do that. He almost walked past the referees like they were not there. And that's part of coaching. I'm not saying he did a bad job. I'm just saying, to me, he should have worked the refs on behalf of his guys more than he did in that game. That's what I'll say about that. That's what I'll say about that. All right, let me take a break, and I'll come back, and we'll talk some NFL for Keith Hennig. We'll do that when we come back right after this on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3 TV.
If you're looking for a sports program that gives you the flavor.
Washington Commanders? Really?
This whole thing stinks to high heaven.
That pulls no punches.
Thuggish act by a thuggish actor.
That gives you some humor.
Praise everything LeBron does and never criticize it.
If you want a show that gives you good times, then this is that show. BS3 Network proudly presents.
I am Cole Johnson, and welcome to
Cole Sports with a Z. Every Friday on Patreon, and every Saturday on YouTube, Spreaker, and all other outlets.
Hi, I'm Laura Williams coming to you from Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands. Here we've got tons of inventory here at Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands, ranging from XT4s to XT6 and from CT4 to CT6. We've got tons of certified pre-owned inventory here. Come see us here at Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands. You can contact Laura Williams at 281-224-3666.
What do you get when you watch or listen to the Life Happens podcast? Well, I'll let them tell you.
Kim and I are both ministers of the gospel, and the Life Happens podcast is a beautiful balance by simply taking our spirituality with real life and merging it together to create a beautiful balance. And that's what we do.
BS3 Network proudly presents Life Happens podcast, where Christianity and life intersect. Live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central.
My name is James Jr., and I won $500 for lunch for keeping up with the Jonas Bracket Challenge.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku TV. And I'm going to give a couple more minutes because I did promise Keith I was going to talk about a little bit of NFL. His question is, what the hell are the Steelers and the Bears doing? Steelers, I like what they're doing. I'll just run it down like that. I like what they're doing. I like that they filled up their They replaced the quarterback room that had Mitchell Trubisky, Kenny Pickett, and Mason the Redneck Rudolph. They replaced that quarterback room with Russell Wilson. God, I just drew a blank on a guy from the Bears, Justin Fields, excuse me. And who else did they get? Did they get Josh Johnson? I like it. Their quarterback room went from little league to pro. Let's go. And I like it. I think they're going to be a surprise team because, man, they added Patrick Queen to that linebacking core, to that defense. And, bruh, that's a huge get. That, to me, might be a bigger get than Russell Wilson. They're not going to struggle to throw touchdowns this year. They're not going to struggle to throw for a couple of 100 yards per game. They're not going to struggle. Najee Harris's life is about to go boom because of what the Pittsburgh Steelers have done. Now, the Bears, on the other hand, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know. And Caleb Williams, from all that I'm hearing from reliable sources, does not want to play for the Bears. That's what I'm hearing. So whether that comes true or not, I think the Bears should have done what they're trying to do to woo Caleb Williams to Chicago. They should have done that for Justin Fields. They should have went out and got the receivers that they got. They should have went out and got the running game that they've got. They should have went out and got the offensive line help that they've got. If they had done that with Justin Fields, we wouldn't be here. The other team that I want to know wonder what they're doing is the Dallas Cowboys. And I have to say that for the Dallas Cowboy fans. You don't have a running back. You don't have a center. And yeah, you got a left tackle because you had to play without the one that left for a long time. But I don't know, man. I don't know. And for all the people that continue to bash Dak Prescott is not your problem. Man, I can't emphasize that enough. Let Dak go and go with whoever they got behind him. Cooper Rush is now gone, so who is it, Trey Lance? Go with Trey Lance. Get one of these quarterbacks out of the draft. Get the kid out of North Carolina. Get the kid out of wherever, the Michigan kid. Get him. And let Dak go if y'all cannot support Dak and realize that he doesn't play defense. Dak Prescott doesn't throw it and catch it, as Tom Brady's wife, former wife, respectfully said. So, but I do think that the Cowboys may have, unless they come up with a hell of a pick in the draft, or they come up with some hell of moves by June. I think that they might have taken a step back in a NFC East that's already kind of tough with Philadelphia and other teams making moves to come up. So we'll see. Keith Hennick says Atlanta wins the South this year. Very strong team. Remains to be seen. Remains to be seen. It was theirs to win last year and they didn't win it. So we'll see. Almad said, do we want to play at play the USC game? Looked like he had a pink cell phone and pink lipstick. Oh, man, stop that. Stop that. Stop that. That man's going to be an NFL quarterback. He's going to have a good career, and all the off-field stuff, I don't know. A lot of folks upset with Deion Sanders for saying that his son Shador and Travis Hunter are not going to be available to certain teams. I'm not mad at him. I don't understand these, I can't even call them purists because that's not pure. These folks who just want to keep things the way that they were. Again, it's not a race thing. This is not the first time that a father has been strong-willed on where he wants his son or sons to play. You know, Archie Manning did it with Eli. John Elway's family did it with him. Hell, David Carr's dad tried to do it with him. So it's not new. It's just because it's Deion. He's got a louder voice that people want to, talk about. Somebody came up with an idea that Roger Goodell should ban those people from the draft if that's what they want to do. The draft ain't all that. It ain't all that. It's the only, sports is the only industry where you don't get a chance to pick where you go. You working at a company that you chose to work for. Nobody forced you to work there. That's what the NFL, Major League Baseball, NBA, hockey, that's what those drafts do. It makes you play even in a place you don't want to play. And now that they're finding a way to change that, it's not a bad thing. It ain't wrong. It's just different. All right. Anyway, we'll talk more football, free agency, and all that. But right now, it's March Madness. So again, you got a chance to win $500 cash if you are already in the bracket and the right bracket, and you come out on top. Right now, it looks like C.J. Harden's wife is up top, and she is the one that looks like she is going to win it all. So let's see how that works out for her. Let me share this real quick one more time. Yeah, that's the wrong bracket. Again, if you're in one of these other brackets, good luck. That's bragging rights. All you got right there are bragging rights, but this is the one that counts. And right now, Christina Harden is up top. All Mad, 2 brackets in number 2, Miss Pearl in number 2, and then a whole bunch of us at 5 and 8. So there you go. There you go. Erica with a K down there at the bottom. We're gonna send you some sunlight, Erica. We're going to send you some sunlight down there, and maybe we'll buy you something to eat when somebody else wins the bracket. As always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I love you. Nothing you can do about it except tune in tomorrow for Winning Wednesday right here on the Lunch Break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3 TV.
It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. Today, it's Tuesday, March 26, 2024. Number 1. Haiti is facing a severe crisis. With 1.4 million Haitians on the verge of famine, aid organizations report widespread hunger due to gang violence, especially in the capital of Port-au-Prince. Tens of thousands have left Haiti in search of work and food in neighboring country, the Dominican Republic, with some air flights arranged for American and French nationals. Traveling to the airport is dangerous as roads are controlled by gangs demanding payments for passage. Number 2. The U.S. House Office of Diversity and Inclusion, or the ODI, will dissolve after Congress passed a government spending bill, marking a setback in the effort to foster a diverse congressional workforce. Established in March of 2020, the ODI was tasked with the mission of fostering a congressional workforce that mirrored the diversity of the American people. Over its tenure, the office played a crucial role in financial management, candidate services, member services, research and data analytics, and professional development within the House of Representatives. Number 3, although colorectal cancer is one of the most treatable forms of cancer, it disproportionately affects the Black community, where the rates are highest of any racial or ethnic group in the country, according to the American Cancer Society. The reasons are complex, as there are multiple factors that contribute to the higher incidence of colorectal cancer in the community. The What You Need to Know newsletter discusses 5 reasons why colorectal cancer is so prevalent in the Black community. Number 4, all 6 officers from Mississippi Goon Squad have been sentenced to prison for breaking into a home without a warrant and torturing 2 Black men. High-ranking former Deputy Brett McAlpin received a sentence of about 27 years and was the 5th former law enforcement officer sentenced last week by U.S. District Judge Tom Lee after pleading guilty to the attack. The assault involved beatings, the repeated use of stun guns, and assaults with a sex toy before one of the victims was shot in the mouth in a mock execution. Number 5, your retirement savings, like your 401k, are crucial assets for your future. Did you know that 34% of household wealth is held in retirement plans, even surpassing home equity? Our celebrity CPA, Katrina M. Kraft, gives us tips on how to unlock the benefits of your 401k in today's newsletter. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. Being loving is to practice patience and forgiveness, understanding that everyone is on their own journey of growth and learning. Oh boy. Join me today live on YouTube and Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central with comedian Damon Williams, producer Ahmed Gordon, and contributor Cameron Riley, and special guest OBGYN Dr. Sonia Marks as we discuss today's top headlines and more. I'm Sybil Wilkes. Be informed, be empowered.
My name is JM&E, and I won $500 on the lunch break for keeping up with the Jonas Bracket Challenge.
BS3 Network. Changing the way you watch TV.